Hey Scout, I'm Hunter, and I just put together a quick value proposition here, a comprehensive list of potential competitors, some research that I did between all of them, and really what would help your company stand out when comparing it to the rest of the companies in the field. So, the first company that I researched was New Relic, which is obviously a direct competitor of you guys over at Scout. It's noticeable by some of the ways that you compare your features. You compare them directly to New Relic, as well as there is a customer testimonial on your site about how um, New Relic was good, but they ended up liking Scout better, so they stuck with Scout. So it's pretty obvious from your website that New Relic is a direct competitor of you guys over at Scout APM. The pros that they have are that they boast that they are open, connected, and programmable. Really, that they have a pretty customizable interface, which is something that they definitely talk about on their website. They have a chatbot that opens up and sends you a quick message as soon as you go to their website, asking if there's anything that you can be helped with, anything that can help you, which I think is incredibly important when it comes to pre-qualifying potential prospects as warm leads, as opposed to having to put in the effort from your sales or marketing team. It's much more helpful to have an automated chatbot that can help kind of pre-qualify some of those leads. And then they had customer testimonials on their site, which is also incredibly important. They offer a free trial with their program, and they also have cloud connection. Some of the cons that I noticed was that they are a bigger company, so there is more overhead. A direct result of there being more overhead is that it is less personal. It's impersonal because it's just not a smaller company, and you're not working more directly with each user or the representative or whoever it is that you're working with. It's just less personal because of because there's more overhead, and as a result of more overhead, it is more costly for small businesses. So it's tailored towards some of the larger businesses. The next company is App Dynamics. And you'll notice as I go through these that there's a lot of the same pros and a lot of the same cons. But they also have a chatbot, business performance monitoring, and user monitoring, infrastructure visibility, customer testimonials, cloud, AI ops, and they also offer a free trial. And then the cons are basically the same: more overhead, thus it is more impersonal and costly for small businesses. Um, a lot of the similar to New Relic, a lot of the same stuff. Then we also have Datadog. They offer a free trial, integrated across multiple platforms, real-time dashboards, and I thought it was really interesting actually that they have a built-in chat, or it's almost like a form of social media within the program, where they can share and communicate different pieces of information within the program, which I thought was really interesting. And then they also have customer testimonials on their site. The cons is that they don't have a chatbot, which I also thought was kind of surprising considering the size of the company. They don't have a chatbot. There's more overhead. It is impersonal or less personal and more costly for small businesses. Then we also have Dynatrace. Um, Similar pros as well: AI ops and cloud, business monitoring, user monitoring, a chatbot, customer testimonials, and a free trial. And then the cons are the same: more overhead, impersonal, and costly for small businesses. And then finally, Site 24 by 7. Maybe that's not how you pronounce it. 24 times 7. I'm not entirely sure. Or maybe just 24/7. I don't know. But this site actually, this company is significantly smaller than the other ones, smaller than Datadog and New Relic and all the other ones that I listed earlier. So this one's a little bit closer to Scout's playing field in terms of the size of the business. Um, their pros: they have a free trial, they have incredibly low prices. I was looking at the lowest that they offer is $9 a month, which I thought was ridiculously low. Um, But if you look closely at the programs and the plans, they're only able to achieve that low price of $9 a month because they heavily restrict what is offered in that plan. They do have other plans that are 35 a month, 50, and then I believe 100 or 200 or something along those lines. So it does get up there. But for incredibly small businesses that don't have a lot of money to invest on a monthly plan for an application monitoring site, this is a great option as long as they don't have a ton of traffic and don't need a lot of the bells and whistles. Then there is a plan for $9 a month. Because they're smaller, they are more personal, they're tailored more to small businesses, and they offer a lightweight platform. And then the cons are that they don't have a chatbot on their website, and they also do not have any customer testimonials, which I thought was kind of interesting because everyone so far has customer testimonials. So they were the first one to actually not have any testimonials. And then finally, we have Scout APM. And the pros, we have a free trial, low overhead, which in turn helps with low prices and having flexible prices, clutter free, very very simple to use, easy to use and easy install. You have customer testimonials posted on the site, user monitoring. One thing that I saw that was advertised on your website, on Scout's website, was that you can use it alongside other APM services, which I thought was really interesting because no other company had offered that. So I thought that that was really cool that that is something that is offered through Scout. And then another thing that I noticed was that you cover the cancellation fee if if a business is locked into a contract with another application monitoring company, um, that you guys at Scout would actually cover the cancellation fee for them to switch over. I hadn't seen that offered on any of the other sites. Uh, so that was also incredibly unique to Scout and very important in terms of standing out against the rest of the competition. And then the cons for Scout is that there is no chatbot on the website. Um, I think that the website could use a little bit of help in terms of its aesthetic look. It's a little bit outdated, and a chatbot would certainly help with pre-qualifying clients and prospects into warm leads, um, as I had mentioned earlier. So that would be incredibly helpful. And then just a couple final thoughts. The biggest thing that I think makes Scout stand out from the other companies and from the competition is that you're really targeting a different audience because a lot of the other companies are targeting some of the larger businesses. Scout is really focused on the smaller businesses and tailoring their product or service more towards the smaller businesses. And while there was the site 24/7 that also did tailor towards smaller businesses, most of the companies are tailoring their services towards larger companies, larger tech companies, whereas Scout has a bit of a different audience, which helps them stand out from the rest of the competition. Um, the part about cancellation fees, I think that it's kind of hidden, and I didn't notice it initially, but I did notice it after doing some extensive research on the website. It's in pretty small text, so I think that it really could actually be enlarged and almost made into a um, like a point on why you should switch from Scout instead of just being right under the free trial button, as like a little side note. Instead, it could be a whole point in and of its own. Like this is a reason why you should switch to Scout is because we will cover your cancellation fee if you're locked into a contract with another company. So I think that it's much more important than the website makes it seem, because most of the companies aren't offering that option. So that really helps you guys at Scout stand out and be different. Um, and then I think that the testimonies could be centralized. Um, they're kind of scattered all across the website on different pages, and so I think it would be really helpful and really easy um, easier for the viewer to see, even if it's just on the about page or the home page, the land page, whatever it is, as you scroll down, that there's just a section where you have testimonials, and it can like flip through a couple of them, or you can have a couple of them listed, just so that it's a little bit more centralized and you're not kind of like running into them here or there. I think it would make it a little bit easier on the user, um, and kind of help clean it up a little bit on the site. Something that I think would be incredibly important would be integrating a chatbot, as I mentioned earlier, could drastically help with um, sales and increasing the amount of qualified prospects that go through the system there at Scout. And then I also noticed that there wasn't a frequently asked questions page. I noticed that there were some frequently asked questions listed on the same page as the pricing, which some of them, I mean, some of them were questions about the pricing specifically, which makes sense. But I think that it would be beneficial to have a separate page just for frequently asked questions, just so that it's kind of a little bit cleaner, a little bit more sectioned off, and it's not all kind of run together as much. So I think that that would be incredibly beneficial to the site and kind of cleaning that up a little bit. So those are my thoughts on the company and where it stands with some of the competition, some of the biggest selling points, I think, um, and some things that could be changed or could be added, that I would be more than willing to help do, to the website and the company to kind of help streamline the process and help Scout APM stand out from the rest of the competition.